Hey, this is BJ Shea. You know, I do a radio show out in Seattle, but you're here listening to The Edge on air.com. Oh, yeah, and Ryan, Hoppe and SuperRICH. They're both wanted. Please arrest them.
Ryan, I got a quick question for you. Do you like to party?
We like to party.
At Six Flags while eating cotton candy. Something like that, right? I just love this song. It makes you feel like I'm a kid again, you know? Let's just play this real quick. Here comes the best part. I know, right? Enough of that. Makes me want to like go outside and see the sun and things like that. You know what I mean? Because like
ride some coasters.
Yeah, because there's nothing weirder than like being in like school or at the library or at home all day doing things. Because I'm busy a lot and just not going to the sun. And you go on Facebook and you see pictures of people like at the beach. You're like, gosh darn it, I want to be on summer break.
I know. I feel you.
Like. It's getting rough. I hang out with my friends till like 1 in the morning, and we used to hang out till like 4 or 5 in the morning, like last summer.
Oh yeah, I did
too. And there's
too.
nothing more brutal. You're like, I have to go. See you guys later. I have to go to school tomorrow.
They're like, no, Ryan, don't go. Stay.
Like, dude, Tuesday night to Wednesday night was awesome. In my friend's basement, watching the regular show, so much fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good show.
So what else is coming up on the show?
Well, Spurs Nation.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a Spurs Nation blog.
There's like a Bulls Nation, Spurs Nation, Heat Nation, Cat Nation.
I'm sure most of the NBA
Lakers
teams.
Nation, Celtic Nation, Bucks Nation. There's like a nation for every one of them. Why not be a little different and have it be something else? You know what I mean?
Yes. So from the dominant defense of the Twin Towers, that would be Boris Diaw and Thiago Splitter, I believe, to Tim Duncan's singular excellence in 2003.
Oh, wait, no. The Twin Towers is Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Yes, I see how they're going in chronological order.
How would Boris Diaw and Thiago Splitter?
Because they both had really good defense. So we'll tell you why they were both so dominant. Everyone on the team was dominant.
I'm just messing with you. I don't care.
From the dominant defense of the Twin Towers to Tim Duncan's singular excellence in 2003.
Yeah.
To the Big Three collective in 2005 and 2007. And now with arguably the greatest ensemble team in NBA history.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with it too. The Spurs have evolved dramatically over the years. Besides the cornerstone tandem of Duncan and Greg Popovich, the only thing that hasn't changed is their championship pedigree.
And here's the best part. They're getting no to very little credit from the national media. It's all about, what did the Miami Heat do wrong? What did Eric Spoelstra do wrong to get them ready? Did Dwayne Wade not support LeBron? Did LeBron do enough? How about the fact that Tim Duncan beat this team? Tony Parker beat the Heat. Manu Ginobili beat the Heat in defense. Boris Diaw demolished Dwayne Wade in the paint. How about Bosh couldn't make a three? Enough of what did the Heat do wrong. Ryan, the Spurs are just a great, beautiful team. I don't know. What do you want?
They're always really cool to watch. Like, I could just like sit and watch all their games because they're just so exciting.
It's just like beautiful basketball at its best. Just the way they pass the ball, they get open for a three. Like, it's just beautiful basketball.
I mean, it's pinpoint perfect passing.
It's literally beautiful artistic basketball. Like,
yeah, it is.
It's like a painting of like Picasso, and then the Heat are like Jersey Shore, all flashy and in your face, but nothing much to it.
So yes, as the Spurs prepare to celebrate their number 5 championship with today's downtown River Parade, that was yesterday, Spurs Nation writer Dan McCarney takes on a difficult task of ranking their title teams. If you disagree, and we're sure you will, make your own opinion. Okay, yeah.
Shut up.
2014, this season they were 62-20, first place.
Wow.
The overall number 1 seed in the NBA. They had 108.2 points scored.
Real quick, the number 1 seed usually doesn't win the championship usually. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. They were 16-7 in the playoffs this year.
Pretty good.
The first round they beat Dallas 4-3. If you remember that, Dallas took them to 7 games.
Yeah, I never thought that team would win the ring altogether because, I mean, Vince Carter hit that shot in the corner that kind of put the series together.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I mean, that ended up being the most exciting series of the whole thing for the Spurs.
Yeah.
At least most dramatic. Yeah.
The best series overall in the playoffs was when Damian Lillard, Game 6, hit that 3 and Chandler
sent
Parsons'
Dwight
face.
Howard home.
Sorry, Dwight.
Sorry, Dwight, you're just not a winner. Conference semifinals, they beat Portland 4-1. Conference finals, they beat Oklahoma City 4-2.
I was really mad at the Spurs, though, when they beat OKC and then they beat Portland. I want to see Portland make a run, and then you just beat them.
Well, normally I like Portland and Oklahoma City more than San Antonio, but something about San Antonio, and it started last year, something about them just made me like them, and I really wanted them to win. And so I was rooting for them against a lot of these. Well, but like even in the playoffs, like against Oklahoma City, I was kind of rooting for the Spurs. I'm like, because I'm like, Oklahoma City has no prayers against Miami. The only team that can beat Miami is San Antonio, and they did, and I'm glad they did, and they should have last year too. But
if Ray Allen doesn't make that three, it's all over.
Well, it was all because Kawhi Leonard went 1 for 2 at the free throw line at the end there, and if he would have put that in, the Spurs would have still won by a point.
And then Manu Ginobili had a bad thing at the end. He was flopping, trying to get contact in that last shot.
Yeah, it was not good. But the usual starting lineup: Tony Parker, he had 16.7 points a game. Tim Duncan, 15 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double averaging. Kawhi Leonard, 12.8 points per game, 1.7 assists. I mean, Kawhi Leonard was the Finals MVP. I mean, he was just a beast all series. He was so good, and he wasn't doing good in those first 2 games. Games 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
like a lightning bolt.
Do you know how he missed that dunk against Chris Anderson?
Yeah.
Did you see how they put that as the cover photo on SI?
Did they really?
Sports Illustrated made that the cover of the thing because the guy who put it up thought that was a dunk. What a dummy.
Wow.
Like, that's how embarrassing it is for the Heat and Birdman. Everyone's going to be like, dude, I don't remember that dunk. And you'll be like, it didn't happen.
And the most memorable moment from this year for the San Antonio Spurs,
yeah,
laying complete waste to the Heat in Miami during the finals, snapping their home playoff win streak at 11 with a pair of victories by a combined 40 points.
That was awesome.
That would be games 3 and 4, which were just amazing.
I know.
Most memorable achievement. The Spurs didn't just avenge their 2013 defeat. They crushed Miami by an average of 14 points over 5 games to set a championship series record.
Good.
So, I mean, that right there pretty much puts you right at the top of most dominating NBA teams.
And it's against such a prominent...
And it's against, like, the best team ever, almost. At least that's what people say. You're playing the best player ever, and you're playing the best team. You know, everyone expected Miami to win, blah, 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 blah.
Think about it. I'm not taking away LeBron James' 2 rings, but the first one was in a lockout season against the Thunder. The next one was Ray Allen pretty much got you lucky, and you won it there. Mm-hmm. So, like... I'm not putting an asterisk by LeBron James's wins by any means. I'm not saying it.
And this just goes on to rank some of the other championship teams that they had in some of their most memorable moments and some of the numbers. So if you'd like to look at that, that's blog.mysanantonio.com/SpursNation, and you can find it on there.
That.
And Ryan will tweet it out for everybody.
Add Hoppe Radio 893 after this segment.
Yes, and that's blog.mysanantonio.com/SpursNation. And
Ryan,
it's pretty cool.
What's coming up with this guy from Cincinnati, or a Dodger fan, who visited to watch the Reds play, and he's been banned for life? What happened with that?
Okay. A Los Angeles Dodgers fan who was banned from Cincinnati's ballpark after a melee at the stadium 6 years ago was arrested during Tuesday night's Dodgers-Reds game after he allegedly violated the terms of the ban. Troy Sexton, 44, of Hurricane, West Virginia. Wow, what a name.
I would never want to live in that town.
And I don't... wow, that's...
Turn the screen real quick. I want to see the guy.
He just doesn't look like a happy guy. I don't know.
He looks like he would be from West Virginia. There's something about that place.
It's like the northern part of like everyone says it's like the north of the South.
It really is.
You know what I mean? Like it's like it's not really in the South, but they act like they are. That's what I always hear.
Dude, it's a weird place, man. It's not great by any means. I mean, your main town, good old Charleston, West Virginia, literally its skyline is the capital. And it's just like, there's too many mountains. Like, it just drives people crazy. Like, you don't see all the sun all day because, like, the mountains are away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never been to West Virginia.
You've never driven through it?
I have not driven through it, no.
It's my favorite place to drive through.
When I went on my 8th grade trip to D.C., we didn't drive through West Virginia, so.
That was a very smart route by the...
Yeah, we went, It was Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C. Yeah.
Wow, he literally went a weird way because you can just cut through West Virginia. He literally didn't want to put you guys through West Virginia because he went a long way.
I mean, it was like a 16-hour bus ride. I don't know how long it takes to get from Chicago to D.C., but
like 14, 13 hours if you went through West Virginia.
Okay.
That guy literally.
Yeah, we took like 16. We left at 5:30 in the morning. We got there at like 10:30 at night.
Wow. Here's my other point about that drive. Did you guys make any Did you guys take any pictures anywhere in like Pennsylvania or anything? Or
No. I mean, we stopped for to go to the bathroom and
Dude,
stuff.
right. He literally was trying not to go through West Virginia because there's no reason to go from a 14-hour drive, because I've done it before, to a 16-hour to go through Pennsylvania. That's like out of the way. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So what does it say here?
So he's from Hurricane, West Virginia. He was arrested on suspicion of criminal trespassing and obstruction of official business, according to Hamilton County Jail records. He is accused of trespassing and making threats when he showed up at Great American Ballpark Wednesday in downtown Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He also faces a felony count of burglary, charging that he trespassed intending to commit a crime, court records show. Bond was set at $40,000 and a court date was scheduled for June 18th. That was yesterday. Sexton was ordered to stay away from the baseball stadium after his arrest when the Dodgers visited Cincinnati in 2008. A fight broke out during the game, prompting a delay. His court-appointed attorney told the Associated Press she was reviewing the most recent case. And so apparently he's been obsessed with the Dodgers for a long time, Williams says.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah, that's not good. Sexton's online video posts are well known among Dodgers fans. The posts by Troy from West Virginia are about the Dodgers and players, but he has displayed a particular fascination with the former Dodgers relief pitcher Joe Beamel.
Who would have an obsession with him? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I've heard of Joe Beamel. But yeah, I don't think he was anything special. I think he was a relief pitcher. He wasn't, that's like me having a fascination with Cubs relief pitcher Justin Grimm or something. Just because I got his autograph at the Cubs convention, I'm gonna stalk him now for the rest of the year.
I mean, I would get it if you're a Yankee fan. It's like Mariano Rivera, or if you're like a Minnesota fan. Who was the previous relief pitcher they had?
Minnesota, Joe Nathan?
Yeah, I get if it's one of those two big-name relief pitchers, but there's no other famous ones. Maybe if you're Marmol, you're obsessed with how bad he was, but like...
Yeah, you might want to try to kill him or something because he's so bad, but, I mean, not just walk around.
Come on.
In the 2008 case, Sexton pleaded guilty to a charge of disorderly conduct while intoxicated, of course, with prosecutors dropping a resisting arrest account. The Dodgers are scheduled to close a 4-game set today in the afternoon. I believe that game was tied 1-1 last I looked. I don't know who won or not. But yeah, that's that.
All right, Ryan.
Coming up, the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
Coming up, we'll have a couple more stories for you to share.
Oh, geez.
Like, we'll tell you more about them as we go. We want to leave people hanging. We want people to keep watching.
Yeah.
So people know what's coming up,
And if you want to be up to date with everything going on at the Edge, onair.com, where we are heard right now, follow them on Twitter. They have been growing lately. They've had up to 250 follows in the last few days. So be a part of that mania, that growing The Edge on Air on Twitter. So it's at The Edge on Air on Twitter. And like them on Facebook and spread the word. It's The Edge on Air on Facebook as well. Call the show, 630-785-2510. That's 630-785-2510. We will be right back on the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show after this.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
Don't be stupid. Where do you think you're going? The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show will be right back. Do not move.
Some people need therapy.
Like this, and then that's the guy, and he's our dad. Wow, winning.
Everyone else is right here. TheEdgeOnAir.com. Want to hear your band on TheEdgeOnAir.com?
What if I send in the tape and they don't like it? I mean, what if they say I'm not